Welcome back to my channel. Nessie here. Thanks for tuning in, or welcome. Well, welcome to everybody. But if this is your first time, thanks for popping on by to see what we're all about. This is a beauty and entertainment channel. You can see that in the description. You can see that from the videos. Yeah, but what we're going to talk about today, since it's going to be a beauty video, since it has been very popular in the current beauty climate, is cream blushes. Because Fenty just released cream blushes, the Fenty cream blushes, and you're wondering what I'm looking at. It is my notes. Yes, Fenty's cream blushes, which are called Cheeks Out. They are $20 a pop, and they are 10 shades. Now, Nessie, you say, why are you bringing this up and you don't have any of those to swatch? I was not planning on buying them until, one, I could see them up close. This was before, you know, that beverage came and set us all down. And two, it's something that I wanted to see up close and I would be available. So I was always going to plan on just getting them from a Sephora because that's where they would be. So yeah, like I said, that beverage, you know, put a hitch in all of our plans. So here we are. And I don't actually have on any blush today because I will be swatching some of the ones that I do have. And I guess to get into even talking about cream blushes, they are my favorite form of blush. I have several different forms, cream/liquid or cream to powder. So yeah, we're gonna do what we have. I'm going to show you some different options, not necessarily dupes, although I'm sure you can get these colors, the same colors from the Cheeks Out that you can find at other brands. If you look at mine, you will see that I tend to go towards peach and coral. That's the most that I have, and I even have a palette which is probably more bang for your buck than all of those. That is the cheapest thing on here. So actually we will start with it, and this is the one I actually reached for the most. Let me just a touch tighter. And it is the e.l.f. Cosmetics cream blush, and this is the bold one. Now you saying, girl, open that up. It's going to be looking a little bit messy, but this is actually the one that I actually use. There's all kind of nail digs and fingerprints and brushes and all that kind of stuff in here. It is not the cutest looking palette, but this is the bold. There's also a light version of this, and this palette runs you about $8, and I got it on sale, so I got it for $4. But this, she has been my friend. That is what I like to use on myself, and I like to use creams on other people. Something about cream just melts into your skin. And I find that, and I'm gonna swatch these right quick for you. And yeah, boom. And you're like, oh, wow, Nessie, those are super pigmented. Yes, they are, and I find that with most cream blushes, although people were saying that the Rihanna one is not. I think they are pigmented, especially if you use them with your fingers. As you'll see, I got a little napkin over here to wipe that off. I'm not gonna swatch all of these because the color is actually not important. But I'm just letting you know this is the bold. There's a light one there. So you do get options. And then blending them out. The thing I like about a palette is that you do have options. You can mix them. Okay, so the tip for putting those on before we get to any of the others is I would tell you to, when you get the most color payoff in blush and cream blushes, if you use your fingers. Second, it's best to, if you think you overdo it, keep your foundation brush. That's why I bought y'all this dirty looking Morphe brush, which is an M6, which is a good flat top kabuki, which I use to buff in my foundation. It's one of my favorite foundation brushes, or a brush like it, that you also, but it has a bit of your foundation still left in it. As you can see from the color of this, is still what I put on my foundation with. So if you go a bit overboard and you don't feel like you blended it out enough with your fingers, if you're using your fingers, you can dial this down with your foundation. You can also do that with powder blush. Also, if you just want to apply it, another way to apply it if you don't want to put it on with your fingers because you're like, ew, especially now when the beverage has taken over, that you think that that is gross. You can always use a stippling brush. These little white hairs don't pick up a lot, like it's good. A stippling brush is made for your creams and your liquids. It's for basically when you don't want a whole bunch of coverage anyway. This stippling brush, they have smaller ones. This is a Sigma F50 that you can actually use this to put on your blush. You can get a smaller one if this is too much, but this is just the foundation brush that I have. As you see, I don't actually like to use it a lot for foundation because I do want some coverage. And also, gonna bring you back up something else that's dirty for you to use that I use today. Keep your beauty blender with you too. So, and it will also have your foundation in it. But since when they're wet, you are going to take them and kind of blend it out with this as well. So I will take, just to give you an example, see which one are we gonna do today. On this cheek, I will take this. And the one thing I like about this palette, it is very uncomplicated. It does not have any names, it just has the colors. And I'm just gonna put it in my viewfinder right here and do it for you. On the apple of my cheeks. So, since I went with the butt, see, just a wash of color. I didn't even go all the way up. I really just focused it on here because that is what we're looking at. Now, you might be like, that's too much. You're afraid. Blah, blah, blah. Again, take. Ooh, she done got hard, this brush, because of it's one that I need to wash. This is not even the one that I actually use today. Terrible habit, clean brushes. I'm saying that to myself and to you. So yeah, and I used this kind of maroony color. Yeah. So the bold particular one, if you can find these inside your Target or anything, I know they sell them on elf.com, but this is a great value for what it is. Moving on. Another one that is great is the Glossier Cloud Paints, or the Glossier Cloud Paints. They run you $18. You can get two for $36, I believe is the deal, but that's just the price of two. They're $18. They come in 6 shades. I can't use all of them. I can use the one that I do have. This is in the color Haze. This is especially my favorite to just throw in the bag. Hold on, that's upside down. We'll do cloud paint. That's how it looks. And the color is up here. It's just a little squeeze tube. You, to me, focus. We don't have as much control of this one. I'm not gonna put this one on, but I will just show you. You don't need, this is a swatch. You get under an ounce. It's 0.33 fluent ounces. And this, but you will find out with a lot of your cream blushes, liquid blushes, you don't need this much. So you'll see. Yeah, you're not gonna put all that on your face. You can take it and blend it, especially in this particular one works well with like dewy skin, but I have said about Glossier for people that like the idea of makeup but don't really want to wear makeup. So there's that, but I like it for what it is. They could expand into some more colors that would be a little more color friendly for us darker girls, but like Haze is one of them, and they have a dark apricot kind of looking one that shows up as well, but I didn't get it, but somebody else had it. There's that. The other one, and everything, we're starting to go up, so nothing's gonna be as cheap as this e.l.f. one. Not cheap, cost efficient. That's better. It is the Orgasm, not Orgasm, that's the shade it's in. It is the NARS Multiple, and I have the shade Orgasm. This one actually comes in 10 shades, including bronzers, so I didn't look at them separately, but you can use bronzers as blush too, because most bronzers have warm, so it has a bit of red that looks good on your cheeks too. And yeah, it's creamy, it's a stick, as well. You get quite a bit. I tend to use this on my paler clients. I actually don't like Orgasm. NARS has a whole range of blushes in different colors, but they keep pushing Orgasm. I know it's supposed to be the universal, but I'm like, I guess. But let me do it over here. Twist it down too much. And it's a cream. I would not put this straight onto my skin. Cause one, I don't really like shimmery blushes. I like a matte blush. This Orgasm, the shade is shimmery, and this is more of a cream to powder. So it's almost like a highlighter with a hint of pink. It's supposed to be their universal color, but you know, universal is relative. But they have, like I said, 10 shades. They're worth checking out. As far as the formula, it's great. Something that is similar to it, if you specifically were going back to Fenty, since this is a comparison to the Fenty Cheeks Out cream blushes that just are released, you can, if you don't feel like doing that, if you have any of the MatchStix, and there are 15 MatchStix that are the different colors. I did not count the ones that you can use for contour and bronzers and all that. This is just the color ones. I have a couple of these. I have 3 specifically, I believe. I might have more than 3. Well, this is the one that I have. I just picked this one up because it is a color, but these MatchStix, as you know, are cream to powder. So to warm them up, you warm them up on the back of your hand. I'll just do a circle. And then the idea is that you can put it on with your brush or your sponge, because those are how those are made. So I love those. And that's also one of the reasons I didn't feel the need to rush to get the cream bronzer either. Those two, I knew that all this was coming, as we know from Instagram. That I knew it all was coming, and I did not want to just buy it without sight unseen. Which I'm sure I could make stuff work, but like I was trying to do that now. We don't have to, which, you know, none of us thought we would be in the situation that we are in right now. So yeah, if you don't feel like doing that, this is the same. This is also a cream. This is also a cream blush slash highlighter. This might actually be the same. I'm interested in seeing this versus Fuego. That's the orange cream Cheeks Out blush from her versus this Trippin', or the mango chili, which mango chili is more red, but from the way that looks when you swatch it on, because this color again, Trippin' is like, it can be a blush, but it's like a highlighter. It also reminds me of like a cream Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is my favorite blush from NARS, which is orange and shimmery as well. I like to put it on when I don't want to put on highlighter too. All right, and another one that we have is, this is also one of my favorites, and it's fun. It is the KAJA Cheeky Lip Stamp, and I forgot to tell you that the MatchStix run for $25, but you do know that you can get a set of 3, and you pay like $50 something, I want to say $55, and that's how you get the deal, so you can make up your own trio, and that can be all of those if you want to do that, or you can put in your contour shades. And that was also their concealer before they had concealer, so before they had liquid concealers. Okay, but anywho, and those run, yeah, $25. We got the KAJA Cheek Stamp. I have the color Boss, but it is the KAJA Cheeky Stamp in blendable brush, and it runs you $24. It's the same shape. It's like that bento kind of thing. So you get, let me pop it open. This is going to be your blush, and your blush is in like a like those compacts that they do for the Asian skincare. And also, I know it was a big thing, but they never had enough coverage or colors for me. You especially won't get them in Asia or Korea, even though there are a couple of brands. I want to say KAJA actually had a pretty good color range, but it's like that cushion foundation. That's the word I was looking for. And I have the color Bossy, which is like a peachy kind of corally color. And you take the stamp, and I'll do this on the other cheek. And the idea is that And KAJA, a lot of KAJA stuff is very cute. I'll do that over here. So that is what you do. Because of course you don't want hearts all over. I'm doing that to make it show up. Everything is nice and neat and it's in here. And you just take that, I gotta put my glasses back on, and blend it out. You can use a brush, you can use a sponge, but you see that color? Yeah. And maybe just to give you a better. And the Kush foundation, if it's based on like Kush foundation is very light too. So you can kind of, if you can see that. Beautiful color on our cheeks. Wouldn't it, see? And it also gives you kind of a dewy finish, even though it dries down like initially. That. And you can powder cream blushes if you don't want them to be creamy or shiny. But yeah, which is still like, it's almost like setting a concealer or foundation or anything like that. Let's see. And then finally, I don't actually have it, but I have used it on my clients, and I want them to have a sale, so I can go and buy this because I slept on it just the way everyone else slept on it as well, and that is the NARS Liquid Blush, which will run you $39. It is about, you get about under an ounce. It comes in a pump. I'll insert a picture. There are 4 shades. NARS should have pushed it harder than what they did for it, because when I say like a dab will do you, a dab will in fact do you. And it just is a beautiful finish. It's very easy to overdo. My favorite was in the Dolce Vita. And also they of course have one in Orgasm, and they have Torrid, which is another color, and then there's one that's like a shimmery highlight kind of color. But they are beautiful. They go on beautiful. They show up on everyone. That is why I love them. And it's going to take you forever to get through the bottle. Whenever NARS has another sale, that is what I want from them. That and their foundation tops. And especially, you know, for them to push Orgasm so much, that Dolce Vita is a good universal color too. I know people will be afraid of it but it does not have any shimmery in it. It is mauve. It is beautiful. I wish I had it on hand to show you. I love it. That is one of my favorite liquid skin products. More so than even well, yeah, I put up there with foundation. I love foundation. But it is worth you looking into. I will, like I said, I'll insert pictures. Probably take some from the site, but like that is an accurate picture on there because I remember using it. I was just like, whoo. And it is one that when I use it, what I do and what I would actually do to my clients, of course, before I touch your face, my hands will be washed and cleaned and sanitized. I'll put it on the back of my hand and blend it out like you saw me do with this one. But you really need to do it like that, and I will put it on with a stippling brush and blend it out with a sponge. That is my recommendation for that. So I think it is worth you looking into those cream blushes, and I will tell you, hey, don't be afraid of blush, girl. If you overdo it, just keep your foundation blush with you. And if you don't feel like putting on foundation with it and you put it on with your fingers, you gotta keep on blending it out, girl. That's the only thing. So thank y'all for watching. This has been another beauty episode, or things that are worth your time. That could have been a series of things that are products that are actually worth your time. All right, I'm rambling at this point. Thanks for tuning in. Remember that Nessie loves you, and remember to thumbs up, like, subscribe. Bye.